Hello everybody! Today I'm going to show you how you can turn an old shirt into a pretty feminine blouse. That's today on Refashioning with Rachel. For this project to work, you're going to want to start with a shirt that is at least a couple sizes too big. Fold the shirt in half, carefully lining up the shoulder seams and the side seams. Grab a shirt that fits you well to use as a pattern and fold it in half the same way. Place your fitted shirt on top of your old shirt, lining up the folds and the shoulder seams. Then trace around the seams, adding ½ inch for seam allowance. Then cut along those lines, starting with the bottom of the shirt. Make sure you remove the bottom of the shirt in one piece, as we will be recycling it later. Then, with right sides together, pin along the new side seams. And sew. I used a serger to finish my seams, but you can use a zigzag stitch if you don't have a serger. Then iron the seams to make them nice and neat. Now for the sleeves. Line up the underarm seams of your fitted shirt with your old shirt and make a mark ½ inch past the armhole. And do the same with the top of the sleeve. Attach these two marks with a curved line that roughly follows the curved line of the original armhole, and cut. Use this sleeve as a guide to cut out the second sleeve. Open up the sleeve and make a mark on the wrong side of the fabric at the center of the shoulder. Lay out your bodice wrong side out and your sleeves right side out, and make sure the button placket on the sleeves are facing down. And insert the sleeves into the armholes so that the right sides are together at the armholes. Then start by pinning the underarm seam of the sleeve to the side seam of the bodice, and work your way around the armhole until you get to the yoke, which is that extra thick part of the shirt on the shoulder. And if your shirt does not have a yoke, then stop about 1 inch away from the center of the shoulder. At this point, we need to force all of the extra fabric that is in the sleeve to fit the rest of the armhole. So first, pin the center of the sleeve to the shoulder of the bodice, and gather up the excess fabric in the sleeves into several pleats, and pin them in place to the bodice. and sew. And now the sleeves are gathered and puffy at the shoulders. Hem the bottom of the shirt by folding up the raw edge just a little bit 2 times and securing with a stitch. Iron the hem so that it lies nice and neat. Now take that strip of fabric that you cut off the bottom of the shirt and measure and mark about 1.25 inches from the hem. Trim off the excess fabric so that you are left with one long strip of fabric that is 1.25 inches wide. Trim off the button plackets and fold over and hem the edges. Make a mark at the center of the strip and sew a basting stitch, which is just a very long straight stitch, all along the raw edge. Be sure not to go backwards and forwards at the beginning and the end. Then pull on one of the basting stitch threads to gather up the strip of fabric to make it fit along the edge of the collar. And then pin the strip to the collar, lining up the center of the strip to the center of the collar. And then work your way from the back of the collar to the front, evenly distributing the gathers as you go. Then sew the ruffle to the collar, making sure the stitch goes right on top of the stitching line at the edge of the collar. Be sure to constantly peek under the collar to make sure you are catching the edge of the ruffle. And then this project is finished. So here's a reminder of how it looked before. And here's how it looks now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment if you did. And have a beautiful day.